Okay, so I most recently saw a movie and I had to get on the mic and talk about it. So late at night, I'm bored, right? And I'm scrolling through Netflix and I stumble upon a movie called Project X. And I remember this movie coming out years and years ago, but I had never seen it. I remember seeing commercials for it. It's just one of those films that I never got to and sat down and watched, but I did this weekend and I was amazed. And I thought I was the only one that hadn't seen it, but apparently quite a few people have not seen Project X. God, this movie is so insane that I absolutely fell in love with it. I became obsessed. I ended up watching it 2 more times after I've seen it the first time. Y'all talk about horror movies. This is a horror movie in my opinion. And sure, there's no demons, no killers, no blood, none of that. But this movie is scary and it gave me mad anxiety watching it all the way through. Okay, so if you don't know what Project X is about, let's briefly go through what the story is about. The story's pretty simple. Project X is about 3 high school kids who want to be cool. So what do? They decide to throw a birthday party for Thomas. Thomas's parents are going on a vacation for their anniversary. So Thomas's friend Costa decides to throw him a big birthday party while Thomas's parents are away. But he doesn't want to throw a small gathering. He wants to throw a huge party so they can become cool. At first, Thomas is like, nah. And then he's like, okay, we can throw a small party with just 50 people. Thomas's friends are like, no, we have to throw the biggest party so we can become cool. We have to invite everyone. So they go around and ask everybody at school. They posted on Facebook. MySpace was hot at the time, so they put it on there. They even put the party up on Craigslist. They have flyers around the school. I mean, everyone is invited to this party. We even found out one of Thomas's friends called the radio station to promote the party. So in the beginning of the movie, and I'm not gonna lie, the movie does start out a bit slow. They're really just planning the party out, getting the party set up, getting things for the party. As they're setting up the party, they stop to meet this random drug dealer and they run off with one of his items and this man goes insane. He smashes their windshield. He runs out to the middle of the street for them. But y'all, please remember this man because he comes back and he comes back in such a shocking way that I couldn't believe it. So skipping forward, and the party has just started. Party starting out slow, not many people there, and Thomas is starting to getting worried. By the way, they only have 2 security guards and they're really skinny. One of them has nunchucks. Once you see these 2, you know the party's not gonna go well. But it starts out okay. I mean, everyone starts showing up. Everyone goes to the back. The party's only supposed to happen in the back, not in the house. And I'm not gonna lie, this party looks so fun, man. This is a party that I think everyone should experience once in their life. This party looks so fun. Everyone just looks like they're genuinely having a good time. There's so much going on that I wouldn't even know what to do. I mean, you got people drinking, there's a pool, there's so much to do at this party that it looks overwhelming. And the music's pretty good too. I mean, you really feel like this is like a real, actual high school party. And up to this point, like, it just looks like a fun party. You honestly forget that this party turns into a disaster. But things start to slowly get bad. Neighbors come over and threaten to call the police, but they were able to get out of a situation. A party bus shows up. And there are so many people at this party that people start going to the front of the house because, I mean, it's a small backyard and there's so many people there. But then they were able to get everybody to the back once the cops actually show up, and everybody in the back of the party is just silent. Nobody's making noise. It's incredible. But somehow, some way, someone got into the house. And once someone got into the house, I think that this is where the movie starts to become a disaster. Because at this point, there's at least 1,000+ people at this party. And there was no way they were going to keep everybody in the backyard, so everyone just starts going in the house. And now there's 2 DJs. There's one inside the house and outside the house. And everybody starts getting freaky, drugs, and everything just starts happening in this house, man. Things start getting broken. I mean, it's a disaster, man. XTC pills start getting passed around. A lot of sexual things are happening here too. And at this point, Thomas starts getting really worried because the party was only supposed to happen in the back of the house. And now people are inside his house. And his house is trashed at this. His window gets broken and he starts to break down. But then he takes an ecstasy pill and he just starts having fun again. All his worries go away and he starts enjoying the party again. His parents are calling him over and over again, but he doesn't know what's going on because he's messed up. I mean, people are literally jumping from the top of his house. There's a flamethrower. I mean, everything and anything is happening at this party. But then the movie starts getting really real because the effects of the party starts to hit Thomas. He goes onto the roof and realizes, yo, my entire neighborhood is filled with high school kids. My backyard is filled with high school kids, and it's all my fault. And at this point, it's beyond Thomas's parents grounding him. I mean, he's in some deep stuff right now. And it's not even his fault, it's his friend's fault. And I hate this character so much because this is all his fault. The news started showing up, and I think that this is where everything just turns into a disaster. Right here at this moment, when the news helicopter shows up, the movie is the disaster at this point. Skipping forward, the police show up and the high school kids are throwing bottles at the cars. They're running up to the police cars and beating the windows. And it got so bad that the police were like, y'all good, y'all enjoy y'all party. But then once they leave, some guy with a flamethrower starts coming through and starts burning down people's houses. And I wish I was over exaggerating, but he's literally burning the inside of people's houses. He's burning down cars, trees. He is tearing up these people's neighborhood. And it's the guy in the beginning that they stole the drugs from. He came back and found their party and burned their house down. He literally burns Thomas's house down, man. What the heck? And this part gave me so much anxiety. My jaw was on the ground. You even hear an officer go down. I mean, literally, this is a disaster. So yeah, Thomas's life is ruined. His dad was surprisingly not that mad at him. Because in the beginning, Thomas's dad wasn't worried about him throwing a party because he thought he was a loser. So he asked him how many people were there, and Thomas was like, I think it was 2,000 people that were here. And they don't even show the mom anymore, but Thomas says that his mom can't stop crying though. So yeah, you can tell she's probably really devastated. But it did make Thomas really cool because everybody around school now knows who he is and loves him because he did throw a legendary party. But yeah, I absolutely love this movie. I can't believe I slept on it for so long. I recommend you watch this movie, man. Watch it, enjoy it. It starts out slow, so I recommend you skip to when the party starts to happen and you'll love it. I loved it, man. I enjoyed it. Thank you for watching this video, man. I appreciate you. Have a good day.